welcome back everybody to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We are back in the kitchen, and if you've ever wanted to make the best ever classic scones, we know they are perfect tender, they are flaky scones, just like Grandma used to make, but it's made by hand with real butter. Today we have a master class, and this is brought to you by Golden Cloud for the ultimate high tea speciality. Now the incredible chef Thando is here to show us pro tips for making scones that turn out perfectly every single time, just like Grandma used to make it. No pressure, okay? No pressure at all.
It stresses me out, but I'm also very excited because my grandma makes amazing scones.
Does she?
She really does.
So this
Even
is
my
for you,
mom.
Grandma.
Mom.
What is Grandma's name?
Grandma's name is Coxon.
Coxonto. Coxonto.
Yes,
Coxonto. This is for
Coxonto.
you. We're going to make this for you. So give us all the tips. We need everything.
So we've got Golden Cloud here. We've got their scone mix.
Convenience already. Convenience.
Yes. So if you're nervous about making scones from scratch, this is a great hack. They are amazing. There we go. Ooh.
Yeah, it's super easy to bake up your favorite scones. Of course, with the simple addition of eggs, which we're going to be using milk and butter, you will have that perfectly fluffy scones ready in minutes. And then only 20 minutes of bake time. You can satisfy that scone cravings in minutes. And again, we are using that Golden Cloud scone mix. It is important, again, not to over mix the dough, which I'm sure Thando is going to be mentioning. Otherwise, you know, your scones will become heavy and dense due to the development of the gluten. Again, the less you handle the dough, the more tender and flakier the scones will be. So don't add too much flour to workstation, because that flour then will add to the dough, which can, again, make that scones very heavy. So for a beautiful sheen finish, again, we're going to be using, we're going to be brushing the scones with the egg wash just before placing the tray in the oven. But that's all the tips that Thando is going to be taking you through. Yeah. Again, just don't overwork the dough.
You don't want to overwork
Don't overwork it.
Because then it turns into bread. You know, bread, you want that structure, you want that, you know, it's held together. That's not what you want with the scone. You want flakiness, you want it to be fluffy, nice and light. There we go.
I missed the steps. What did you add in? The milk?
The milk, eggs, and some melted butter. So usually when you're making scones from scratch, you'll use cold butter. And the cold butter also helps in making the flaky texture that you'd like.
But in this one?
In this one, we've got the melted butter. Oh, not me pouring flour everywhere. You know what?
Gogo's judging. He's like, hi, Thando, what are you doing?
The whole time.
Do not mess. Okay, you're going to be cleaning up. It's fine.
There we go.
Fine. You cleaning up after yourself. That is okay.
And then I'm just going to use a spatula for the rest.
There we go. So try to mix everything together, and then we're going to fold in the rest of the ingredients.
Yes. And then you just want to work as quick as possible as well.
Quick as possible, as light as possible.
And light as possible. You don't want to knead anything.
I'm even holding my breath because I'm like, don't go too heavy with it. We don't want it to be dry. We don't want it to be too heavy.
And it's nice and soft. It's a very soft batter. There we go.
Yeah, the convenience for me, you know.
It's the convenience. This is how you're making your scones.
This is exactly. What other way? There's no way that I'm going to do it any other way than with the mix, because it's already prepackaged. It's
exactly.
It's easy.
There we go. And we're just going to dust some flour. Not too much once again. Not too much. Because you don't want all of that in your dough.
Can you make the dough ahead of time? Is that something that we could do? I know Gogo will be like, child, let's make it fresh every single time. But
fresh is always best.
Yes.
But I guess if you did want to make it ahead of time, you just put it in the fridge. But I wouldn't
you wouldn't play with that.
Wouldn't play with that. There we go.
Just asking for a friend.
Asking, okay.
Asking for a friend, because sometimes the week is so busy, and I just try to meal prep everything. So I'm trying to see if I can actually meal prep scones.
Scones,
Popping this into your kid's lunchbox.
Yes.
Fill it with some cheese, some jam, whatever filling you want. You can make it savory, or if you wanted to make it nice and sweet, you can do that.
You can do that.
Find out if you could do that.
And then we're just gonna dust. There we go. You want them to be nice and flat. There we go, and then we're just gonna cut.
Oh, we are making scones.
Scones.
Big ones.
Woo. There we go.
And then just separate it. So then on our baking tray, we've already got some grease paper in. We've lined it beautifully.
There we go.
Is it that simple?
That's simple. Then you're gonna take the egg wash for me, and then just brush that.
And then I said 20 minutes. In the oven, but again, it's just according to how golden you want it.
Correct.
No one wants it like underdone.
Yeah.
Just watch the timer. 20 minutes.
My consumer's teacher also defined like a really good scone with that little crack on the side. So you know that scones have like a really round crack where you just open it and then the flakiness. If we didn't have a crack, you failed that lesson because then you don't get the flakiness.
And there's also something, I know I said that you must pre-make it, but there's also something about a hot scone. When you open it up and you see that heat just coming out.
You just put some
and
butter on it.
Butter and cheese and jam and just all of that goodness. Yes, you can make it at home. But again, I'm here to remind you that Golden Cloud has a new and also very exciting competition coming your way with the weekly celebration of a spring high tea. Now, you can tune in over the next few days to find out just how you can stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand weekly. But in the meantime, you can grab a cup of tea, pinky fingers up, and head on over to expressoshow.com to get this absolutely delicious recipe just for you and your family. Enjoy, everybody. Wait, I'm finishing it up.